Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Marko and today we are continuing One Piece episode 375, 76 and 77. Last set of episodes was insane. We are so close to finishing this stuff with Shadows and Moria. It seems like Luffy dealt the last blow and that Shadows are supposed to go back to original user's body, right? But there wasn't confirmation. We saw Zoro and everyone, Zoro, Sanji, Luffy, Lola, and Robin, all of them without shadows, just standing there and sun is rising. And we even saw them started burning as well. But it's obviously the moment where their shadows are going to go back. I'm pretty positive about that. First, we had Nightmare Luffy against Oars. Nightmare Luffy was insane. 100 shadows. He was toying with Oars, man. Grabbing him, pulling him by the hair and just like in cartoon, bro, spinning him around and slamming him left and right. It was really incredible how freaking strong Nightmare Luffy was. Of course, it's only 10 minutes. So after that, we thought it was over, but it was far from over. Oars stood up and Nightmare Luffy disappeared. I mean, the shadows went back, right? All the Straw Hat got involved into this combo attack. That was so satisfying, especially because it's the first time we saw them all at the same time work together to bring down an opponent. So they broke Oars' spine, man. He's no longer a threat. He's been defeated 100%, and Moria was unconscious as well. And he still gets up, man. He was saying, "Oh, how dare you, Luffy, using my own powers against me. You are right now too weak for the new world." And he was speaking about his own experience. He said, "I lost because my crew was alive." So his crew got bodied, and that's why he's creating these zombies now, I suppose. It's really, really dark stuff, man. And he wanted to demonstrate that Luffy is not ready by absorbing all the shadows. But if only he got like 500 or 600, he had to go for 1000 and be cocky, and that brought his downfall. Luffy, despite being exhausted and fighting for God knows how much already, he still goes into second gear and he fights Moria, and he was using third gear as well. So it's insane. And Moria got him into that black box and he was crushing Luffy, stomping on him, and Luffy still goes out and he says, "You're not bringing me down because I'm rubber." And when they started calling their shadows back, that was nice. Luffy was saying, "Come back, my shadow. If you want to become king of the pirates, we need to do this together." We need to finish the journey. That was pretty emotional, and shout out to Lola and all the Straw Hats, man. It was simply very satisfying. I can't wait to see what happens now. So without further ado, let's start episode 375. But before that, I almost forgot, because on Crunchyroll they're keeping this opening for a very long time, and it's supposed to be the new opening. And shout out to my Patreon, Mr. Line, who sent me the link on the opening that should be showing up right now, but it's not because I'm watching on Crunchyroll. So first let's check out the new opening and then we are going to start the episode. Let's go. Holy shit, guys. Easily, without a doubt, one of my favorite episodes of One Piece. Right fucking here, man. Zoro, not because he's my favorite character, man, but what a guy he is. What he did just is insane, bro. How the fuck did he survive that? And not only Zoro, Sanji as well. Two goats, man. Both ready to die for their captain and to save their crew, man. And before that, when Kuma stated, "Give me Straw Hat Luffy's head or face the consequences," nobody from crew even thought for a second of doing that. And you know that scaredy cats like Nami, Usopp and Chopper, they would usually get worried their life is in danger. But there is no hesitation, not even 1 millisecond, and you can see their serious faces, man. When characters like that refuse to do so, man, you know how fucking great bond between all of them is, and how I just fucking love this show, man. Like, One Piece is bringing out the emotions from inside of me that I can't even describe. Wow, Bartholomew Kuma, pacifista. It's like pacifist, right? Which is pretty fucking ironic, because pacifists literally mean against violence and war, right? No matter what. And he's this destructive. He's a cyborg, but he also has a devil fruit, Pav fruit. And there is this Dr. Vegapunk who is so brilliant that his, like, I guess, experimentations and whatnot are 500 years ahead of its time. That's crazy. So government has someone like that on their side. Bro, the future of One Piece is going to be so fucking insanely good. I can already tell. Clearly, Kuma has set some new standards, man, when it comes to warlords as well. So let's try to figure out a little bit about his power. What the fuck was that? So he can deflect various things with those pows. He blocked Zoro's sword. He redirected Zoro's ranged attack. He can send those pows that go through people, or he can just strike you with the pow. He did that to Frankie as well. And that simple attack is so devastating. Frankie is a cyborg who can tank cannons, as Robin stated. And on his stomach, because it's made of, I guess, like metal or whatever, we know that his back is vulnerable when he was fighting Nero on Sea Train. And he knocks Frankie out, man, with that attack. He can warp. He can teleport. How? Is that also the part of his devil fruit ability? So he has no need to read the Bible or whatever the heck. I thought there has to be some, like, how do you call that? Condition, right? In order for him to use his power. But no, he's a beast. He's teleporting constantly behind the people. Also, he can condense air. He saw that, like, doom thing, and he's making it smaller and smaller, and he released it, and it basically destroyed the whole fucking Thriller bark. I mean, it's not like everything got decimated. It pretty much did, but you know what I mean. It's not like a nuke or whatever. It's air, but it can clearly kill people, right? But we somehow survived that. That's insane. So even with that conversation, they were saying, like, check if Moria is breathing. If he's breathing, we are still going to keep him. We cannot afford to empty another seat and to find a new warlord, right? And they ordered him to annihilate everyone on the island, right? Because they don't want witnesses, and Straw Hat crew as well. But later on, he was willing to compromise by only killing Luffy, right? And after seeing Sanji and Zoro and their resolve to protect their captain, he was like, okay. And he expelled pain and fetish from inside of Luffy. I don't know how is he capable of doing that as well. And we see the big red, like Paul looking ball. And one tiny little bit damaged Zoro so much that he fell to the ground, and he was already fucked up. And that's why I don't know if he's aware that Zoro survived or he just left thinking that Zoro is 100% dead. That's not clear to me. But he acknowledged Luffy's companions. And he said something along the lines as expected of your son, Dragon. So Bartholomew Kuma is aware of who Dragon is, which would actually make sense. Their navy, right? Their world government, of course, they're going to know about the worst criminal, right? Dragon, who is leading the revolution and whatnot, man. Crazy stuff, man. And the way episode looked, I forgot to mention that. Like, it's like when Khalifa made Sanji that like sex doll or whatever, and with her soap, it looked so smooth. That's how this episode looked, but in a good way, if you know what I mean. Everything was like shiny, and the way it was drawn and everything. Really, really amazing stuff. That Zoro surprise attack at the beginning of the episode was so dope, man. We see how quickly he did it when Kuma was about to do something to Luffy. And that's how we learn that he's actually a cyborg. Zoro cut his shoulder. And we see that at first I thought it was some sort of bomb or whatever. But yeah, he is cyborg and he can shoot beam from his mouth. Kuma is insane, bro. He's without a doubt the strongest opponent we faced so far, man. Holy shit. That's why I said the future of One Piece is going to be insane. We will have to get so much stronger to deal with people like that. And remember, Kuma is under someone. There is people above him, man. I have no words, man. Nobody wanted to give Luffy. That was such an amazing scene. But especially with Zoro and Sanji. When Zoro offered his life, man, he's setting aside everything. His dream to become a strongest swordsman. Everything aside for his captain, man. And Sanji steps in with that OST, bro. He's barely able to stand. We saw him shaking because his body is about to give in any moment, man. He's standing using sheer willpower, bro, in order to offer his head as well. Like Sanji and Zoro, it's immediately bringing tears to my eyes, bro. They're fucking amazing, bro. I love them so much. And Zoro knocks him out. He hits him on the side, and Sanji's like, "You jerk!" And he goes unconscious, man. And Zoro didn't want him to die as well. Zoro did this for everyone. Bro, Thriller Bark is insane, man. What a crazy ride. It was so goofy and comedic, but when things got serious, fucking hell is it good, man. It's so damn good. So I assume that Kuma left, right? He was on the edge of Thriller Bark, I believe, when he was talking about dragons, so it should be fine, man. But it kinda sucks seeing Luffy so cheerful and everyone else. Nobody knows what Zoro is going through right now except for Sanji. And I kinda like that because two of them, you know, their rivalry and everything, but in reality they care for each other. It's like brotherly rivalry, if that makes sense, right? So he's the first one who, and he's the only one who knows, right? When he got attacked by Zoro, he remembered what was going on at that moment, and when he woke up, he was immediately like, what the fuck? Luffy is here, happy, everyone is here. Where the fuck is that guy? Where is Zoro? And he goes in search, and we see the blood all around. We know that Zoro stepped in with both of his arms, so he tanked that whole shit. All the pain that Luffy accumulated while he was fighting Moria and using second and third gear. The fetish from Nightmare Luffy as well, and all of that, while being already on the verge of death. And Zoro stands like this with his hands crossed, blood all over him. It's like his eyes are red as well from the pain and from the blood, man. And he says, nothing happened. That was crazy, man. One of my favorite episodes for sure. What a great show. I will end it here for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please consider subscribing, leave a like, comment, all that good stuff as always. Check out my Patreon page if you want to see a few episodes early. I will be seeing you very soon with another video. Until then, take care and have a nice day. See ya, guys.